Okay, well, I'm recording, so.
All right. Hi. I'm Gabriella. Hey, Lori.
I'm Megan. I'm Katie.
And we created the Hoedown Music Festival as our business. So the Hoedown Music Festival is a country music meets London kind of music festival. It's a multi-stage festival that happens over the span of 3 days. Country music is booming in Europe, especially London, so we kind of thought we'd do something unique and bring it there. It's going to take place at Hyde Park in central London, and yeah. So some of our competitors within the country realm of music festivals is Country to Country. It's another country festival within London, but it's only 2 stages and actually happens at an arena and only on 1 stage. And there's only a handful of acts. Another one would be Stagecoach. It's one of the biggest known country music festivals in the world. Has very similar headliners, but it's in a completely different location in Southern California. And then meeting our staff. I'm Gabriella. I am the Chief Executive Officer. I basically make all the heading decisions, kind of get the final say. This is Katie, our Chief Marketing Director. She's going to talk a little bit about what she does.
Yeah, so I'm Chief Marketing Director, and my job mainly is to oversee all of the marketing aspects of the festival, and because I am the Chief Marketing Director, everything that everyone that works below me, everything that they end up doing has to go through me. I'm kind of the final say when it comes to the marketing aspect of it all.
And then we have Megan.
I'm in charge of sponsor relations. Basically, I get in contact with multiple businesses trying to get sponsors for our festival.
So some of the services that we provide. So we are, number one, a country music in a festival setting. It's 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., so 13 hours of great music on 4 unique different stages, and there's different audio and visual effects at each stage.
Another one of our services we provide is camping. It is close proximity to the festival, so you can walk to and from your campsite. It is of a total of 4 days. You show up the night before the festival actually starts and set up everything up. It is obviously a very unique experience, and you get to bond with all the other festival goers.
And lastly,
and our final service that we offer that is unique to other country music festivals is that we offer country dance lessons. Country music, a lot of it, like you can learn a lot of line dances to country songs. And so we wanted to provide dance lessons so everyone could learn, like even those who don't know how to do some country line dances can learn at our festival.
Yeah, we provide 2-step, swing, and line dancing, and it is called Dance Your Chaps Off.
Yeah. So for marketing and sales, a really big one is going to be social media. It's going to have a bunch of different announcements of ticket sales, headliners, special promo offers, exclusives, using Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, pretty much anything and everything that we can find. It definitely has a cost to it. There's great tools where you can pretty much use one area so that you can do the same post on every single social media site, pretty much except Snapchat. What do you want to talk about? Special promotional events?
We will have special promotional events. We will have a presence at other clubs, festivals, and concerts to hand out flyers, market the Hoedown Music Festival.
And lastly, flyers and advertisements like newspapers, blogs, etc. Flyers are huge in the music festival industry, whether you're posting them up on anywhere, basically, light poles, whatever. Putting the lineup somewhere is just going to get your name out there. And then Katie and Megan are going to go over the financials.
Cool.
All right, so these are for the financials. We're going to just kind of leave this as it is. So this is our best case scenario, and we kind of modeled it after module 4.1, which is where we did best case scenario, worst case scenario, and expected case scenario. So what we did is we chose like 3 to 4 things on each platform and kind of described maybe why this is our best case scenario, maybe why this is our worst case scenario. So we took our cash flow analysis and copied and pasted it and then kind of rearranged some of those numbers. So best case scenario, we have a change in merchandise, a change in food and beverage, and then a change in marketing and media. And what we said is that maybe our best case scenario, merchandise sales will increase because we've added a bigger variety of merchandise. So instead of just having t-shirts, having clothing like t-shirts and tank tops and jackets and all that stuff, we decided to also add hats and posters and bandanas and even limited edition cowboy boots that have our logo on them as well. And it was just a really big hit. So that's why that increased in sales. Our sales in food and beverage increased because we added new and exciting new food vendors that attendees were really excited to try. That again would be a best case scenario, making more money off of merchandise and food and beverage. And then for expenses, we had a decrease in price for marketing and media, and this is because, or this could be because we decided to purchase certain marketing tools and supplies in bulk, which reduced our price. But then we also might have worked with the same company who gave us a discount because we were loyal customers. For worst case scenario, we had a decrease in sponsorships. This ultimately led in a decrease in profit. Even though we've been successful in the past, sponsorships are generally very important and benefit as a whole, but maybe this year in the worst case scenario that companies didn't want to work with us. Maybe this could be because of competition or anything else, just a lack of sponsorships, which is not good. And then security and police, we had a huge, in worst case scenario, we had a huge increase in this price. And this could be because maybe we've had issues in the past with drugs, like smuggling drugs into the event, or even problems with alcohol. So we would need to hire more security and personnel in order, and even hire more experienced personnel in order to better catch those drugs or better monitor the alcohol consumption, theft, threats, and all that stuff. Another worst case scenario could be a huge increase in production and operations, and this could be for a variety of reasons, but what I personally chose is that maybe there could be some weather issues. London can be known to get rainy, and so technical issues would most likely occur on the day of the event, so this would make the price go up because, first of all, it's expensive to do it really last minute, to get stuff fixed really last minute, and then it would also have to be rushed, which amps up the price even more. And then Megan is going to explain our expected case scenario.
All right, so for the expected case for the following year, I did merchandise, insurance, the power at the festival, and production and operations. So for the merchandise, so within our next year is expected to bring in more merchandise sales, like we talked about in the best case scenario, because we did bring in a new variety of types of merchandise we are selling. It ended up benefiting us, and I spelled that incorrect. So yeah. And then for our insurance, it is expected that the price will possibly go up because as the festival ages and we begin to get more festival goers and attendees, the insurance might go up a bit from that. Power at the venue, the total of electricity. Also, as the venue gets a little bigger and the creative aspect of the festival brings in more types of like art structures and stuff like that, it might generate more electricity, so also be at a higher cost. But for our production and operations, we expect that to go down a bit from working with the same production and operation crew over the years and getting a bit of a discount from generating that. And those are our finances.
So, questions?
So what was the number for your loan again? It was, what number was it?
it on this or is it on the
It's the
thing
one
you
you
sent
sent
me?
us, okay, where is it? I should have it was like, was it 50 something? I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah, sorry. Probably should have had that pulled up.
Oh, no, just kidding, not 50, 5 million.
And that was under loan?
That's under balance, I just found it on your balance sheet. But I don't know exactly,
Where that number came from?
yeah, that's the number. Well, no, not where it came from, but just like what is it gonna cover?
Covered.
Like, why'd you ask for that much and like what it'll cover?
Well, insurance in general, just bringing it up, because I'm not sure. Insurance or loans?
Loan.
Oh, insurance and loans. So we added the loans in there, because we need to get the festival pretty much running, and it's gonna cost a lot, and especially with stages and blocking off the area, and then the insurance is gonna cover basically any legalities, faults in the structure, covering the costs if anyone gets injured, the headliners, food and beverages.
Merchandise, security.
Just a very large event, which is why we had to take a huge loan.
Okay. And then insurance is gonna cost a lot when you have that big of a loan.
Do you wanna ask the question next?
Okay, I have one. Okay, so when I was looking at your in variable costs on your, I think it's your cash flow analysis or one of the things on your thing, it said that you were budgeting about 3 beers and a meal per person for each day, and it was about a cost of $3 per item. But do you think those costs are very accurate? Because I know like I've been to festivals and like beer and food is really expensive, so I just wasn't sure what the number came from.
The numbers from the cost of that it costs the people to provide it.
Okay.
As like, because as the festival, we're not the ones buying it. Because I know at a festival, yeah, like we are the ones buying it, so it is really expensive. But at a cost per like when you're making bulk food, like a beer costs from a keg, 1 cup is gonna be like at the actual cost of getting that much beer is gonna be like $3 per thing.
Okay.
So I was coming at it at the opposite direction of what you would think of naturally.
The cost of the food, not the price that attendees will pay
Yeah.
for the food.
So what was it on? Oh, so like okay, so the concert is how long each day? Was it 12? Is that what I saw? Or like almost 12?
AM.
Okay, so since like the concert's long, like what risk management have you guys like talked about or like thought about what kind of like risk management stuff you're gonna do for the concert? Like if people get like too drunk or like
Right.
get super dehydrated?
So, 11 a.m. is when we open our doors. However, a majority of people don't come into the festival right at 11 a.m. Normally, the number of attendees in the festival grounds is probably at its highest in the nighttime, afternoon and night. So as far as risk management, it's going to be the same throughout, but obviously, as with all aspects of security, but as more attendees will be coming into the grounds itself, that's when we will have more security going through.
And as far as like, as far as people like getting too drunk or being dehydrated, we will have like water stations throughout the whole festival. We also have, as part of our merchandise, the chance to like buy water bottles and stuff like that.
Okay.
Med tents.
And attendance, yes, very important.
Yeah.
Is it, wait, are we asking a total of 3 questions or like
No, like 3 each.
everyone?
Three
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
3 each.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm actually from the UK, so I like know the weather and like the system there and stuff. But so even like in the summer, the weather can like get horrible. Like it may be a sunny 5 days of the year. So what kind of plans are in place for those who have already paid for tailgating and camping if it does end up getting rained out? Or like, are there refunds for campsites? Like, what kind of like information or like liability kind of have you put into place for people who might not be able to camp out?
Yeah, so for, there is, we kind of based off the idea of like Glastonbury where they know for camping, it's like rain or shine. But for those few people who like obviously dislike it, we have partnerships with like hostels around the area in London. But I don't know if you've ever seen like Glastonbury videos of people basically wearing just rain and mud boots and then stomping around in the mud. Yeah. Every time. Yeah, but we also have partnerships with other places so that we can accommodate if that happens.
And we are a rain or shine event, and we make that very clear when people purchase tickets. So.
On your expected balance or your expected case, what would you do differently to increase your income? Like, if you could.
Expected for next year.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna roll it up. Probably increase some of our sponsorships as well as some of our food and beverage as we grow as a business. More people are going to want to come, and with like the area of Hyde Park, we're obviously not closing off all of the it's a huge park,